Howdy guys, welcome. It's now time for episode 45, and if you're wondering what in the heck is going on, what city is this? That is a great question, so I don't actually have a name for it yet. But this is the European time-lapse city that I've been slowly working on, that I've been promising you guys a little sneak peek at. So here it is, here's the start of it. Looking kind of awesome, I think. So it's really just the bare bones so far. But I've got this really cool little, like, castle-y kind of house thing. This private garden that's now open to the public, and some tennis courts. Botanical gardens, the Brandenburg Gate. Some walking paths here and there. I made actually a really interesting rail network for this. Quite a few churches, too. This is honestly very much so a work in progress. Like, oh my goodness. But here's basically the city. So it's actually fairly large. And my game plan is just to kind of fill in this area. I need to make like another highway exit roundabout thing like right about here. This is going to turn into another highway on and off ramp. This will meet up with this guy somehow. And then I'm just going to basically just fill in the hole. So, fill in the gaps and whatnot. I've just got some buildings placed. Some placeholder stuff too. But slowly getting there. And so the way I do my time-lapse things is I'll literally just, so I've got my camera position saved, right? So kind of see right there, like all over. And then what I'll do is I'll just build like a few segments of road and then just take a screenshot and then build a few more segments of road and then take a screenshot. And then it ends up being thousands of screenshots, which seems crazy, and it kind of is. But it's kind of fun in the end. I'll show you my rail network. It's pretty wild. This is going to connect to here. This one goes to freight. So we're just stay on the outside here. You can see it just follows along, breaks off over here, goes to a freight station. I put these just for filler back there. And I got a little bus network, train station, bus system. You can see I've got Traffic Plus still going with the bus lanes right now. It's like my bus bay. Anyway, so these three, we'll just kind of see where they go. So this one goes out this way and follows where that cargo line went. Kind of see this goes outside, stays over here, makes this cool little zigzag right here. So if it needs to, it can go that direction. If it wants to, it can go straight. So I'm going to have an express line. I'm also going to have one kind of going through here. And then these, you'll kind of see, this stays on the outside. This gets very complicated. Up and over. And finally over to here. Ooh, that's very far. And what I'm going to eventually do is break off over here and have it come over here. These ones are the outside train lines. That's really cool. I really like the way this turned out. This you can see breaks in half. One of the freight lines is going to go up here. The other one's going to go up here. This one's going to go over here. These guys are going to connect this way and make a little interchange. And then, as you can see, this will be cargo coming in. Oh my goodness, this is so complicated. That will be cargo as well, as you can tell. This goes all the way up here. These are the internal lines which break out into those two. Cargo on the outside, and then I wish I had a better loading distance. Cargo splits. This is nothing. Go straight into the station over here. This is also just filler for fun. The actual station part is just this right here. But I got like so many containers and whatnot. And then, well, I made this. This was kind of cool. You just get the custom segment pieces. You shall remember from a previous episode they were my power part. I've got my harbor, it's kind of warehouse, kind of industrial building. And then I get my statue for the workers overlooking everyone. Stay strong, comrades, or something like that, I don't know. Former Soviet Europe. But this is basically the main way in. The highways are pretty cool. A few roundabouts. Yeah, I kind of like the way the highways turned out. Oh, the fun thing, this is a left-hand drive, which was really challenging for me. because whenever I make my roundabouts, I make them to the right, and then I have to fix them after because I totally forget. And so my highways, they might look a little bit dysfunctional, but they're really cool. So I'm excited to see some of this in action. But it's still very early on, so really nothing here so far, right? But I kind of like this. So we'll see how it turns out. I think I'm at the point of no return, though. You know, I can't really make too many changes. This is the craziest thing I've ever made. I don't know what happened over here, but I kind of like it. So you can come on over here, basically go this direction. You're most likely is going to leave right here, go out. If you need to, you'll go into the ring. You can leave that way, go straight. Just so that this doesn't get too bunched, if you are going to end up turning right, I made this as a bypass. Otherwise, you know, just get into the roundabout, on and off, from the highway, just makes an interchange. These guys kind of go over here. Same idea, a little bit on and off right here. It's pretty wild. But this will get kind of lost in the trees, and when I push neighborhoods out, this will look kind of cool and be hidden away. But that's it. My little sneak preview. So, I'm slowly working at this. You see I got highways and cool stuff up here. Train stations in the hills and whatnot. This will be fun. But yep, slowly a work in progress. So, I have no timeline in mind for this, but one day this will be released and you guys will be like, hey, I recognize this place, but it'll be much busier. Still gotta make some industry and some farming in where those trees are. Okay, so let's switch back over to the main city and let's do some work on the Porter Washington Parkway and have some fun with that. But I thought I'd just maybe show you guys, you know, how this is turning out. And I did try to keep in mind a lot of the feedback. So I do kind of hope that this doesn't look too much like my traditional builds or my traditional cities. I did try to make some chaos with roundabouts. I guess that's the best way to describe it. So I think it'll look nice. And I really, really like the railroad. I think it's kind of cool. And I've made a few, just last thing, I made a few squares, you know, that are just kind of, that feel more European, I guess. So it's looking cool, and it's getting there. Okay, I will see you guys in just 1 second over in the other city. Oh, before I go, goodness, if you want, totally feel free to comment. I don't know if I can make many changes though, but if you do have any suggestions that I can sort of implement, totally feel free. Just, I might not be able to implement them all, that's all. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a second. Well, hello again. Welcome back. It is now the continuation, I guess we'll call it. We are still in episode 45 and in a more familiar landscape, I imagine. And I know I don't normally do this, and many of you asked me not to do this, but I knew it would take forever, and it definitely did. Oh my goodness, what a mental drain. But it looks fantastic, so I'm very excited to show you guys what I did. It took me like way too long to kind of make this into an episode, but take a look. Oh, no more above ground road right here. Instead, we just have this section right here as a friendly reminder, and we can kind of keep an eye on traffic flow in that sense right there. And, oh, another thing. Okay, so the exit point right here, I'll show you that in a second. But I just want to make a small comment right now. So, Matt, I super appreciate the feedback. Honestly, make very good points. So, what I want to do, actually, you'll kind of see is, especially when we redo the island. So Matt made a comment, and I do kind of agree, that we are getting a little bit cluttered, basically, in terms of all the bridges kind of going on and off to the island. And I think when we redo and kind of bury this infrastructure a little bit, we'll get rid of this one. That'll look a lot cleaner, and then we should possibly move the railroad a little bit closer inland, and then maybe have the break, you know, happen... I don't know, a little bit closer in, just so it all is a little bit more compact and doesn't really have too much of this kind of, you know, a million bridge kind of look to it. So I appreciate the feedback, and I do agree with you. So what I did really quickly, just to make things look a little bit nicer, is I moved the power lines just so that they're kind of like closer to the bridges. And then over here as well, kind of made this one a little bit less chaotic. So we're going, actually I'll just show you, going up the hill a little bit better. And great that we looked because there actually is a break. Perfect. This does look a little bit strange, the ending right there, so who knows how that's happening. Okay, so we'll fix that. This is basically where the highway exits though, which is pretty wild. Oh, you know what? It doesn't actually make much sense for us to go down and then back up like that. So why don't we just go like this? These power lines are very tall up there. Is that a good way to put it? Too dominating. Okay, so what we could do is go like this and then like that. Okay. That I mind less. Okay, so this bridge is starting to get busy, so I think we'll keep it. But since we have a working dam, I do want to just get rid of this. And, I mean, it doesn't really do anything right now, to be honest with you guys. I do think it looks nice, but we are about to run a few more bridges across, so it will kind of look a little bit busy. Now, we will redo that road and just kind of get some coastal development happening. But I think already the area looks a little bit nicer. And it'll have like a little mini tsunami, so hopefully no flooding. Oh goodness, down the road here. But I think we'll be safe because you can kind of see the water level has dropped significantly over time. Because this used to be the previous shoreline of here. So who knows? Maybe these trees here will go underwater. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. Alright, now to bring the highways across, so let me show you what this looks like now. So this was a little bit of a challenge, but I basically had to drop these ones below these guys and below the subway. And you can kind of see they just kind of go across, make their way up, and exit just right over here. And I think for the interchange, again, I totally have to write this stuff down. I usually do. I'm really getting forgetful these days. But I got a little picture of an interchange that someone suggested we can try and make here. And it might be a little bit tricky just to get exactly that. But basically the way we're going to go for here is a roundabout, and then highway going over top of it, and then we're going to have some tight arms coming in. And at the very least, we'll try to get the on-ramps maybe coming from the inside to kind of keep it tight, and maybe we'll have the off-ramps kind of coming just a little bit tight on the inside there. So we'll see how that goes. A little bit of a hybrid idea. But yeah, it should turn out really nicely. Okay, so first things first, let's get rid of this road. Not get rid of it, but you know, we'll just move it temporarily. And we need a roundabout kind of in this general section here. Okay, so let's just do the old roundabout trick. And this one, as you can see, is going to be nice and large. Okay, so to help preserve the shape, let's find the snap points. And we'll just draw our inner roads here. And it is on a little bit of an angle, but nothing seems too horrifying. Okay, so we'll come in like that. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. And then to leave, okay, so hopefully this isn't. Hey, okay. Actually, I quite like that. Especially since this now has its own little kind of like ledge, a little cliffside basically. Yeah, nice little curve too. I'm thinking though that maybe this should be tree line just for this side. That's a little bit nicer. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now, actually, you know what we should do? Let's upgrade this to highway. That way traffic will move a little bit faster. Okay. Good. And, oh, fantastic. Okay, we probably have to back this up though slightly. And then maybe just come in like that. Oh. Almost, almost. I'm liking it though. What is one? Oh yeah. Okay, now can we get lucky? No, same kind of problem. Interestingly enough. Okay, what if we go? I wonder what number this has to be at. Same kind of idea we had before, but actually don't mind this one. Okay, so we'll take that. Main thing is they are nice and straight, which is good. Curve upwards slightly, but I'll take it. Okay, so now we'll expand these guys. And you know what we could do? Go back underground. Oh, I like that. I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, otherwise it'd probably be a little bit too steep, right? And again, we kind of can't keep an eye on traffic. All right, well let's keep it. Let's do it. Okay, let's try and get the tunnel slightly the same. Or should we go for that? Yeah, let's do that. Probably should have kept that tunnel. Oh, well, we can probably get it back. Oh. If these two don't line up, it's not really the end of the world. I don't know. No, I don't know. No, that's not really... Not quite what we're after. Okay. Let's try it again, please. Oh. Wait a minute. That's okay for me. Not total. Oh, you know what though? They both have the nice little kind of inward part right there. Okay, so let's reverse these angles. Just to make sure that we are on track here, on pace. Excellent. Okay, now let's do the fun stuff. On and off ramps are fun, right? Sure, of course they are. Who says they aren't? Now, what I'm trying to go for is kind of an inside. Oh. There we go. Now, oh, yep. Oh, yes. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Can we get lucky on this side? That's not as fancy. But that's not really a problem, right? How steep is that? Pushing it a bit. Let's try again there. Now, what if we start from over here? Oh! Yeah, not really getting the right kind of curvature, but we know it's possible. Oh, here we go. Hey, okay. Okay. I really like this. Now, realistically, I don't think there's room to do the opposite. So we'll just kind of do the off ramps like this. It's actually, I know, you know, it's not too bad. A little bit steep, so let's try one more time at that. No. No. Definitely not. Okay, so we know this way was the better way. How far? Oh, you know what we could do is maybe take this a little bit further. Oh gosh, no. No, I don't like that at all. That's not that's not too steep. That we could possibly do. It's just you have to make your turns from the inside lanes, it looks like. Like this one looks like it's too tight. Okay, so maybe we won't do that. Yeah, we'll just do this. I think we maybe gained an extra tile though. And you know, as a bonus, I think we have a little bit more of a calmer slope right there. So let's just keep that. That looks good to me. Now, Sorry guys, this is my voice here, seems like. Now on this side, we could try and just kind of come in. That's really steep. Oh boy. The other option would be to maybe go across. Let's curve this. Right. Okay, so bring this down. And go like that. No, not quite. Wishful thinking. Maybe just a simpler, like if this is a little bit further spaced out. Let's turn off the snaps. Okay, so 15 it is. And now what's stopping this from happening? Okay, so let's go to 6, just so the drop isn't too dramatic. And, oh my goodness. No way. No way, Jose. Even that on its own is already a little steep. Okay, so let's try. I'm just going for that tightness though, just so this doesn't end up being a gargantuan interchange. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. Somewhere in the sea of it all. Oh, there it was. Yep. Oh, I don't think so. Oh, but it's so close. Okay. So close. There it is. Got it. That's a little bit on the tight side, but again, it's hidden. Oh, I like that. A little turbine exchange. Not too bad. Just slightly on the large side, but not too bad. Okay. Now, the tricky part is going to get these guys over to here, which won't even be all that tricky, I guess. And then from here, how do we get over to here, you know? That's actually a very good question. Now, do we take the lazy approach and put in a pre-made? Okay, so we need a highway to highway. But we only need a trumpet. So we could use... Oh, that's a nice one. What's this one here? Oh, right. Timbo, you beautiful, beautiful person. We should use this for, Oh, we should use that. Oh, yes. Oh, definitely, yes. Let's connect the Porter Washington piece over to here. Oh, yes, please. Let's do that. I like that a lot. Okay. Oh, yes. The trumpets. And Timbo again. I think we have a theme going on here. Okay, so let's... Oh, this is kind of what we wanted. Why didn't we just put this down in the first place? Oh, look at the size difference, though. Okay, I guess ours is slightly smaller. Yeah. Well, it's highway to highway, so what can we expect? Okay, so this will be CMI. That's fine. And then from here, how will this look? The only thing is, these guys are high up. I mean, we can bring them down. They're not stuck right there. I do not know. Okay, now how does this one look? Now, this one might be a better use of our area. Oh gosh, wouldn't that be perfect if it fits under the bridge here? Okay. How many bus lines